Well, greetings. All right, thank you for joining us. This is brought to you by the fifth dimension, sixth dimension, higher dimensional energies. Greetings. Yes, I'm still on the road, but not for long. Tomorrow I'll be back. But I'm not sure what's going on with the rat at this point, but the rat showing up, yes, it's definitely a time of change for sure. And a lot of change is in the so there's some in the background. We'll see how things go. I have control over everything, but there is change on the way. All right, for tonight's connection, I went to was it Islands of Adventure for a little bit. Had sunscreen in my eyes. On the way there, my hands are dry. I put stuff on my face because you never know what I'm going to run into. And I rubbed my eye just a little bit, and it bothered me the rest of the day. It's like I can't. It wasn't wet; it was dry before I even got there. So whatever. That's the way it goes. I survived it. I got some better eye drops too. Maybe I can. Not to say I'm so used to getting this stuff in my eyes. When I don't get in my eyes, it's weird because I'm so used to it. It's like I can do everything right and still get in them. Either way, it's a test, and we're going to overcome it somehow. Yeah, I got the strongest stuff you can get. So not to say I want to test that, but if it happens again, just can't seem to get around it. So I do wear a hat too, but oh well. It was cloudy out today, but not all day. So enough about that. Hygiene report. So yeah, connecting to different dimensions. Basically this I'm dancing over the place. To go back. When I was at Islands of Adventure, yeah, I felt like an Illuminati vortex. It was around the area of the Fallen Kingdom, Lost Continent. It was around that area, which is pretty obvious. It had I've never felt it. That's where my own business, and I connected like the secret president, and it's like they're just I connected to Illuminati energies there, so it definitely has a vortex there of the old world. And it's kind of odd how they have something like that there. Well, not that odd. And also Harry Potter is there now too, and that kind of makes sense as well. Spiritual energy is there also, so it kind of gives you kind of a hint. It's hinting, of course, all of this movie stuff, cartoons, all astral downloads. We're here to, we get entertained by it, but there's also much more. But as I was there, as I was leaving, I felt a lot of beings. I felt the spiritual energies of souls incarnating here, taking on roles as we all are, like a, mailman, office worker, whatever it is. It showed, because there's a lot of people there kind of given, I saw a glimpse of it, of the spirits taking on these roles to become human. And of course, we're reconnecting more with spirit to untangle this reality. And a subject matter that came up during the interview tonight about, either way, I'm not going to go into it anyway, about the, I want to call them the late bloomers, I guess you can call them that, not the late bloomers, the baby boomers, how, they've lived life living life in the comfort, because my uncle is a good example of that. Wants to live in a nice house, have the nice chair, you all sit down, everybody's so comfortable, talking about nonsense, basically. There's nothing wrong with comfort, but it's like, it's all about comfort. It's about going to college, getting this high-paying job, and just living live what we used to live. And it's just, materialism, like back, what is it, during the days of was it Flint, Michigan, when Flint was doing well, you could buy a car for $50 or something like that. Live in a house for $200, whatever. everyone wants to get back to that life, and it's only white people, no black people. It's like, it's like, jeez, that's ridiculous. So we're going to cut through the matrix, and we wonder why, because at Universal, they have it's Halloween Horror Nights, and it's like, so your serial killers are not your heroes. I mean, what's wrong with that picture? It's like, and even in movies like Halloween, the movie, and it's like serial killers are entertainment for us until it happens to you. So, and then those, people that laugh about connecting to spirit guides, and they start laughing, and then look what they're living, look what they're eating, etc., etc. I mean, it's like, it must be fun to live in that reality. Yeah, and it's true also. This is where in the United States, at least, this is where all the babies are. Not all, but this is the baby country basically compared to Asia, even Russia, other countries, even Europe. America is still the child. Even Canada's an area, it's not everywhere, but it's not to say all America is a baby, but a good portion of religion has a big contribution to it. But this is the baby town, and I expect more of this strangeness to come through, basically. Connect to your guides, your angels, your alien beings, open ourselves up. It's time to crack open the shell, basically. Now, I was going to call this, what is it, a secret space program that we're all connected to in some shape or form. We're here to, realign ourselves with who we are. We're here to figure ourselves out, right? It's these stories about secret space program, are they wrong? Or, let's put it this way. It's like someone's there to awaken you, someone's there to entertain you. It's like there's different aspects of all of this. Some of it's to slow you down, some of it isn't. Some of it's to help you connect more to your own connections to all of this. Maybe you're not connected to Mars, maybe you're connected to Pluto. What was Pluto in the past? What do you feel about that? What does it look like? What universe are you connected to? It's like, it's all put there. It's a map or a maze. And, sometimes you get lost in a maze, but eventually you'll find yourself coming out of it. That's basically, is like manipulation with the secret space program. It's hard to prove all of it, but, I believe a lot of it's just to slow people down. But some of the messages, like with Corey Good and Wilcock, that was what I was connected to. With Corey Good, some of that stuff, it's there to slow people down, but not necessarily to stop you. It's like there's more questions than answers, most likely, but not necessarily is it all bad. It's up to you. Everyone has their own point of view. Some disagree, some don't. It's like, but it's basically, is a better conversation with the alien programs or understanding than what we're living now. What's going, with the synagogue situation, which is horrible. There's an attack on the synagogue today, and unfortunately, we're going to go through more darkness. Unfortunately, we had the thing with the mail-in bomber situation, and it's just not looking good for the future right now. As we awaken more, more alien knowledge to come through. It's what is your truth, basically. There's so many who will say this is true, no, that's not true. And just have an open mind, just not worry about it. So many wanted to say, oh, that's true, that's not true, this true, that's not true, and go nowhere. And that's the point of it, is to divide us and go nowhere. The idea is for us to awaken to all possibilities, to awaken to everything, to just have an open mind. Because realize, oh, this isn't real, but this is real. That's there to slow you down. You're here to awaken So just have an open mind. It doesn't mean you have to connect with everything or believe everything that you hear. It's just not for you. There's no big deal with that. But how we awaken is just to have a full-out open mind within the spiritual community, in the alien community, or whatever you want to call it, as basically your modern human is going to get a knock on the door of all of this, and they're not going to know what to think. They're already getting it here and there. It's going really well, isn't it? Yeah, it's going really well. But more is to come. We're not going away. It's going to get stronger, and they're going to throw every name they can at it because they are so used to the old way of looking at the world through the baby boomers, and it's like, oh, it's just when they get the more open-minded, those that don't even understand this, but more open-minded they become, the more we will start to experience. As for alien anomalies, all anomalies connected to different dimensions, more knowledge is going to find ourselves eventually. And it's just, you want to have a psychotic episode, or you want to just be open, basically. Because change is on its way, definitely. There is some darkness, yes, but you don't have to connect to that. You can connect to the truth of reality that we are coming into. The truth is of a loving energy if you want it. Yes, it's going to be strange probably, but it's only because we are put in a prison thought pattern here. We're here to unlock the prison and let ourselves go. And the mind is, yes, a beautiful and, let's call it tragic, but a difficult organ of the body, that's for sure. For those that are new to all this, if you're still here, if anybody's still here, ivantoad.com, we have private sessions throughout the week to learn about how strange and bizarre you are. We also have other channels. We're not a channel. Also have, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Google Hands Zoom and channeling by phones. I'll record it if you want it recorded. About 7 days for delivery once again, trying to go a little bit quicker. We'll see. We also have same thing here. We also have other channels and heroes I do recommend. We have whatever this is, social network, and we have the Jake comic, and more on that later. Thank you for your support. Yes, this is the new normal. Eventually, yes, connecting to your vibrations, connecting what do you feel around you. Secret space program energies is it us in the future connecting to us? Is it us in the future helping us right now and us causing difficulties, whatever it might be? It's all possibilities. Everything's open. As for the presidency, we're going to go into that a little bit because is there going to be an unveiling possibility of not necessarily alien energies, but we are going into the direction of this. We are going into the direction of some kind of disclosure. It might be alien disclosure. I will say right now it's vibrational disclosure. We are tuning our energies for the truth to come through. As for alien, eventually, but here and there are things that are coming out here and there. About was it Google Earth? About there's a place that's closed down in Antarctica, and that little green thing flying on. I think it was Jupiter. That was Saturn, but it's Jupiter. So you go. And more of this will go into the mainstream as we shift. Now there is androids and robots that's going to increase, but not too much in some areas. We're kind of a robot society already, so it can be done. You already see it. If you don't believe it, look at when the holidays come up and people shift to eating turkey, and then shift to buying presents, and then shift to getting a Valentine's Day card. So robot society is already implemented. It's already activated. So if you need any proof on that, just check your local listings on your television. Eventually, CNN and all that will eventually implode, but not yet. Right, there's a lot of negativity heading on them, but eventually it's going to be, the old timers are kind of keeping it going because the old vibrations They're creating whatever it is, news to keep themselves relevant of the program of the physical reality. Our physical reality is the program. You wonder what the Matrix is? This is the program. And the idea is to disconnect from it. To trust your vibrations around you, trust yourself, trust your higher self, trust whatever you want. Either what's your highest good? How about that? Because not everybody's going to trust your higher self. I trust your guide, whatever. Just whatever you want to trust. Everybody has different rules on that, which is good. That's good. I mean, you have your boundaries. Difference is good. We're all here to be different. I'm here to be the same. I'm here to see things the same, and I'm here to do anything exactly alike. Religion, though, has put a stall on us. Now we're here to reverse the stall, basically. Heal it, not to criticize it, not to, heal it. And it's a vicious one, isn't it? It is interesting. Anunnaki energies, it's human laziness. A big part of it is. It has a lot. It's comfort food for some. They go to church, they'll be okay spiritually. The problem is when someone dies in the family, everybody mourns for the rest of their lives. Like, that's not how it works. It's like somebody dies, then nobody ever dies. Your body might, but your soul lives on forever. And it needs to become part of the mainstream, because the mainstream is the new mainstream is the spiritual mainstream. As how is the third dimension working for you right now? Probably not well. Oh, this person's better than that person. The spiritual world can be kind of a cesspool in some regard too. So we're learning. There are areas where it's pretty, I'm not going to go into details of that. It's growing. It all matters, but it's just like we need everybody. Instead of this person's better than that person, how about we need everyone together to go forward? How about that instead? Instead, it's this, and you should be channeling that, channeling this, and you're not doing this enough for us. So, it's more of us basically come together, which is not the easiest thing, especially as to make a living, and some are just not really, either way. There's a lot of agendas going. For soul growth has reasons for it. So, for basically where the soul is going at this time, is trust. Yes, it all comes down to trust in the long run. How much are you going to trust yourself, your higher self, your beings, yourself, what matters most? As yes, there is negative forces that are around to cause difficulties, but you are here to see through that, see through the negativity and find the light. The negativity is there for a reason, but you have to find the light and shine it on everything around you. As yes, the old world is holding on for dear life at this time. It's not as popular as it used to be. So as many of you open up, yes, you feel beings that are kind of closing you down, but you just keep prevailing, going straight. Whatever way, follow your highest good, you will find it. As you are all being tuned in the direction of more knowledge to you. More knowledge, more understanding, once again, more safety. You are becoming more. It is time for healing. And healing is safety, is love, without worry. Life without worry. You are heading towards a direction without worry. As worry is part of this reality, part of the old realities, however you want to call it, the old way of thinking. Think of a future without worry. The thought of worry is just a past tense. This is where you're heading. Trust yourself. You will make the right decisions. The old world is not making it easy for anybody here. You are healing the old realities, and Those teachings are there. It has lessons there for you to learn. And eventually your financial system will be healed as it's an old world creation. Those days, it will be put somewhere else. The worry of the future is an old thinking. That has to be understood. As you worry less, you create more. That is what you're here to do. Constantly create. Your space program energies, you're all from the universe and beyond. So secret space program, you are all things. You bring that in here to give you a glimpse of your future. As yes, your future selves are assisting you through the space programs, yes. Kind of like, hello humans, how are you? Have you got it figured out yet today? Of course, they're patient, but they are assisting you in your yes, you are all in a puzzle. Each of you are pieces of a puzzle. You're putting that puzzle together, as you can see. It will get simpler. Once again, remove the worry and see yourself blossoming for more. The worry is a program, yes, once again, throughout the ages, those of high wealth worry a great deal, depending if they go by what agenda they're on. But even then, there's always still a worry vibration. As you heal yourselves, because that is what this is all about, is healing. You will find yourself uplifting, see your alien friends more clearly. The less worry of seeing an alien being appear right near you, in front of you, behind you, whatever it might be. Not afraid of your alien friends anymore, because they are a part of you. They're not just there for no reason. You ask them to show up. They did not appear because they felt like it. You want them there. Even beings that are aggressive and not exactly the easiest, they're there for a reason too, to speed you up. It all has a purpose. You're all each putting your own puzzle pieces together. You're puzzling yourselves together as they've been all taken apart. Now you're putting yourselves back together again. You wonder what your purpose of life. You're here to put yourself together beyond this physical reality. You are part of millions, yes, billions of realities. This one, yes, is the hardest, as you can see. It is just one little bump, a big one, but a bump in your long ride of creation. You go on forever. This one might feel like you're not going on forever at all. It's like when you're in thousands of incarnations at once, you come to this world, it's like, wow, that's a real difficult one. Let me give that one a shot. Of course, on the outside, it looks like it's not too bad. Yes, it looks kind of weathered, but it is only too bad. Then you incarnate, it's like, ooh, I'm really not moving anywhere, am I? All these other lifetimes, I'm going forward. Here, I'm just sort of stagnating. So it brings curiosity. So you continue to incarnate into a world that goes nowhere, really. Spiritually, does not evolve. It does, but not like others. Yes, you learn a great deal. You strengthen yourselves, for sure. You become very powerful, strength-wise. But also become your worst enemy, too. As none of you realize. But then now you're at a turning point. As the lessons of this hardcore reality is starting to peel back, it's starting to break down. As basically the show is over in this reality. Not entirely yet. It's you are running the show, each and every one of you. That's your time. You're shifting timelines to where the show of physicality starts to finally break down. It's already happening. Remember, less worry. It will truly activate yourself even more. It's like, I know life's not perfect. We have some difficulties here. Not worry. Go forward. It will all work out somehow. Eventually, you'll see how it's going to work out. But when you're in a puzzle, not always there to see all the pieces yet. But without worry is a big lesson. to learn, as many are so worried of going to hell, as you, many of you probably heard that somewhere, or some kind of purgatory is created. As you are forming your reality, this reality is seen how it breaks down. Connect more to your energy base of who you are. You feel more of the weather energies going through you. As you are a part of weather, you're a part of everything. Why you are where you are today. Why do I live in this state or this country? Why am I here? Because it needs you there. You might not want to be there because this has been mentioned here and there, but many of you are there because of the universe, this world asks you to be there. And you say, okay, fine. So some of you are wondering, like, oh, I don't know if I can handle this place. I'm here. It's like, oh, can it be better? I could be doing this. I could be skating on ice or somewhere. It's like you are where you need to be because this planet asked you to be there. And you said, yes, of course. And you signed your contract. You're here to bring enlightenment at this place and time. You wonder why, because many may ask, why are we here? Where do you live? What time zone? What country? You are there to be there to figure it out, basically. But you're not there by accident, though. You're there because you are, yes, needed, but how you answer all that is up to you. Not everything's there to be fully understood. Not yet. It's a riddle. The riddle is part of your soul growth. But you can make this soul growth easier. Once again, not being hard on yourselves, believing in yourselves, trusting the vibrations. That yes, this reality is, yes, fancy in all it is. It is the way it is for a reason. Why it feels uninteresting to some of you. It's there for a reason. To show you can improve it, and it's there to be improved. All of this is here to be improved. Just give it time. Know yourself is what matters. You wonder why, who you are, what's my purpose? Who am I? That's what you're here to answer. And it will give you great empowerment. Ask your guides, and I believe you will find an answer. You're here to be the best person you're here to be. The best you can. Do the best you can. And you will evolve to a positive timeline that is needed. If there's not a positive timeline, there's bumps in the road because lessons are there to be learned through those individuals that you're learning those lessons through. Put the intention to have more positive connections. Not always the easiest, because not everyone wants a positive relationship. As many of you realize, some like chaos. At least you can dodge the chaos. Try to, at least. Not always a purpose. Sometimes you need to hit it head on. Not to do fault to you, but sometimes it's best that you just ram right into it. It needs you there to, I would say, take it apart. Why some of you are connected to those that are very negative, you're there to heal that negativity. Or you're there to eventually move on. But if you're still there around that negativity, you're there to heal it. You're not there as a victim. You're there to heal those vibrations. The victim changed that thought pattern. You're there to assist. So if a relative, family member that's super negative, you're there to assist. And if you need to get away, get away. But imagine, depending on the situation, if this is a loved one, you will be there to calm those vibrations. Down the road, put a prayer out there for healing. Eventually that will be heard. Some people push away the prayers. Will eventually get tired of it. It's like there's only so much negativity one can handle. So some do, yes, bathe in it, as you can see. So yes, your outside world, your alien world. Some of those are you, not all of them, but a lot of them are. Future versions of you, not usually the past, but mostly the future, to help you wake up, have a better life. Look at it that way. Is it waking up? How about a better life? Because that's what you're all looking for, isn't it? Blessings from spirits. Much love to you all in your journeys. All right. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Much love, everyone. Have a great night.